What's going on, guys? I've had this Raylight Pineapple Mini Mark II for a couple of weeks now. I've been using it. I've had the Mark I's mostly in aluminum and brass before, not too long ago. The difference between the Mark II's and the Mark I's, he changed the design as far as the tail cap operation. There's a higher crown around the tail cap itself. The switch that you operate with, if you guys are familiar, used to be a reverse clicky. Now he changed it to a forward clicky due to, I think he did a poll and people wanted forward clicky. That has been a bit of a controversial design change, I believe, because normally before, all you had to do was click the button on the back and then you could half press it to change modes, where now you can half press it before you decide the level, and then you can fully click it to choose. Some people like it, some people hate it. It is a little different and you have to reach in a little more, especially when you're thumb operating it. You have to reach in there and put it, but I actually put a little spacer inside it to kind of engage that tail cap inside, because all this is a either whatever material you use is a titanium cap over a rubber button, which hits the tail switch, which is right there on the inside. So this is the actual switch itself. So this is what presses through. I actually put a little piece of plastic to engage this a little bit easier. So I like that change. I did notice that difference though when I first got it compared to the Mark I's. This is my first titanium one that I've bought. I think these are like $80-ish just for a regular titanium. He has them in different finishes. I got the raw titanium and I think it looks really nice. The aluminum ones I think are like $37. You guys can order them straight from Raylight's website. Normally I don't carry ones this small. I've had the Raylights before and I kind of got rid of them just to explore out the other pages or other options, but after trying those, I really come to appreciate just the simplicity of the design plus the operation. You can change the modes as far as how it operates. Memory mode, the one I choose, it's got 4 modes going from low to high, and then it does have memory mode on. So if I turn it on in one mode, if I turn it on again, it'll come back in that mode itself. But otherwise, it's just low, then it goes higher, then higher, and then the 4th one is the highest. But there's different ones because the tail cap engagement and mechanism is different. It still keeps the same programming mode where you have to tap it seven times. It is a little different. I don't know if you'll have difficulty. It took me a couple tries to get it, but I did get it. That way you can change how it operates as far as different outputs, as far as how it changes modes, and also if you want memory mode on and off. But ever since then, I just kept it like this, and it's been pretty good. But as far as LEDs, if you guys aren't familiar with them, I think most of his stuff nowadays comes with just an Nichia 519A. If you guys aren't in the flashlight world, it's pretty well known to be a very nice, effective emitter meaning the actual LED dye inside that outputs the light. Sorry if you guys already knew that. And it's nice, a nice warm high CRI color. High CRI meaning any light that any colors that it reproduces on the other end. It's pretty accurate to real life. For example, I have this is my little convoy. This is a regular, you guys can see how much whiter, cooler that is versus the light that this produces. So it's pretty, and looking this way, it looks more yellow. This is I think like a 70 CRI. So this is the average stuff. Another comparison is my little Olight. You guys see how green that looks versus the warm, nice tint of this one. I think this is more of a cool white. But I don't use this to be eye pleasing. This is just more for function. Same here with this, and I think most tactical lights or just general operation lights, and for the average user, you're not going to really worry about CRI. But if you guys kind of see different, excuse me, different flashlights and emitters, if you guys kind of get into that nerdy world, you will notice that stuff. But yeah, he's been known to use that very effective LED. Works pretty well. If you guys see the reflector, which is that metal part, which helps disperse the light. It's an orange peel, which gives it a nice floody look. Obviously, when it's close, it looks kind of tight, but as you back up, nice general use purpose light. Obviously, with the size and the size of the head, lumens and stuff are a little bit limited, but I mean, out of this light, that's a AAA size light. I think this goes to 500-600 lumens, which is more than useful. Obviously, that's at its highest output, but even then, the moonlight mode, which you guys can kind of see on there during the night, is very nice for nighttime use. This is about the smallest, probably pocket-sized light I'll go to, and just to kind of compare, the largest I kind of like to use and carry is going to be something like this. This is a new Cloud Defensive MCH H3. 1250 lumens claimed, and 100,000 candela, which is how far it'll throw. This is about the largest I want to use. Obviously, my use case and preferences are going to be completely different than yours, or they could be similar. But I'll do a review on this pretty soon. But I do like the changes. But anyway, back to this light. Yeah, it's they all have the same as far as construction, as far as the shape. But you guys can get him in aluminum, which will be the cheapest option. He has them in TI, different like patterns and finishes. I chose the raw because look at that, that just looks awesome. He also has them in like, I think zirconium, superconductor, and a bunch of fancy stuff, brass, copper. But I think aluminum, I can proudly say, not proudly, but I can pretty much say most people will agree aluminum is the most effective material for a flashlight as far as consumer grade. It'll disperse the heat a little bit better. Titanium holds on to a little bit more, but this is a little heavier. But it just looks nice and it feels really nice in the hand. I do like that. And plus, I got this. Some people may not want to get the raw titanium because it'll show up scratches and stuff a little easy. I don't mind. I've dropped it a couple of times and don't mind at all. As far as the tail cap, from the Mark I, he used to use this little middle ring right here to hold a tail cap. But he changed that. The tail cap's still, or the ring's still there, but he actually changed it to a 2-screw construction. And you guys can see the gap between the body and that part where it clips on. I haven't had any issues with this on my pants, but I think if it's clipped on like any thinner materials, it may have a hard time holding on to it, so it may be loose. You guys can obviously get different tail caps. They have different 2-screw construction ones, or clips itself. For example, if you guys just throw it on something this thin, it doesn't really hold on pretty well. So I wouldn't suggest trying to clip this on. I'd make sure it's pretty secure if you guys don't need some thin material. But for my pants, it hasn't been a problem, and I do just love the look. I'm more of a functional type of person. Like, for example, my other main light is just this little cheap Convoy and this Cloud. Not the prettiest, but they operate pretty well. They both have forward clickies as well. I think forward clickies are pretty nice for tactical use or just simplicity. But something this small, I think it's just a toss-up and a preference thing. I don't mind it on here. I think most people would prefer now that they've tried the forward clicky, they might prefer the reverse one better. But I've had a good time using this. I've carried it a lot more than I thought. This gets used around the house a lot more. At work, I need a little bit more distance, so I'll carry something larger to kind of get that punch out there and run times. I've had this fully charged that I got a couple 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't charged it yet, but I'm beginning to think it's getting low because it has cut off on me. I don't know if it's an operation thing or a battery, but I'll check the levels here soon. But I think overall it's a beautiful update. Operation, like I said, could be something you may like, something you may not. If not, there's plenty of Mark 1 still available, I think, on the secondary market. And he may be coming out with something to switch that out back to the old form if you want it. Just be aware that if it's like the smooth finish on the body and that tail cap and using the one that's like the TI, it may not clip onto stuff that's a little bit thinner, but my jeans stuff hasn't had a problem. Just weighs good. I love the size of it. It's not one that I'll take out during the night as far as like if I'm going out, I'll take something larger. But for general use, a pocket candy, social media photos, I think these are great, and I do like using this around the house. And I can't wait to see how marked up that this guy's gets. I even have some scratches on here already from dropping it, and it doesn't really bother me. I do like seeing tools with wear on it. I'm pretty proud of stuff like that. I'm not sure if this review or overview kind of went over stuff you guys may want to know, but yeah, awesome warm light. Same Raylight as far as internal construction other than the tail cap. Same options. You guys can get them in different materials all the way from $37 and up. And plus and if you guys need a little bit more output and are interested in Raylight, he makes some other ones like the Land Apple. I can't remember all the names, but this is the one that I've always gravitated to for him. Definitely check him out at things like raylight.net or .com. I'll definitely link it in the description. But let me know what do you guys think of the new Mark IIs. Did I go over what you guys wanted to know? Is this a go or no go for you as far as the changes? All right, peace.